Hello, welcome to the Villages, Florida. My name is David. I'm a realtor with Florida Realty Investments, and I can be reached at DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. Every week we take a look at the Villages real estate market. I would caution you on two things. First, to make sure you check today's date. We produce this show every Monday. Make sure you're getting the most recent information. Second point is that all this information is drawn from the multiple listing service. It does not include any properties that are listed on the village's own internal VLS system. If you're interested in buying a home in the villages and you're looking for a good deal, or you're trying to sell your home and would like to know what it's worth, please reach out to me at DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. So let's begin. We're going to start this week by taking a look at the U.S. Treasury 10-year yield. This maturity most closely tracks the mortgage rates, and you can see that from a rate of under 0.4% in March of 2020, we have moved up dramatically to a high in October of 4.33%. Looking at this chart, you can see the dramatic drop over the last couple of days from over 4% to 3.5% in just a matter of days. This is due to the fallout from the Silicon Valley Bank debacle. I can get into that story in more detail if you're interested. Leave a note in the comments and I will do a show on it if you care. But essentially, Silicon Valley Bank did not fail because of bad debts. Silicon Valley Bank failed because they had a huge percentage of their net worth in government bonds, and the $15 billion in unrealized losses because interest rates have gone up caused Silicon Valley Bank to burn through its stockholders' equity and they are left insolvent. This may seem like a good thing that interest rates are heading down, but it is due to a big problem in the financial system. That big problem is specifically that the FDIC estimates that all banks, all U.S. banks, are sitting on $650 billion of unrealized losses. Meanwhile, let's turn our attention specifically to the village's real estate market. As always, we start with total listings, which this week are down by 1 to 352 from 353 last week. The listings range in price from just under $190,000 to $2.1 million. And even though it seems as if the increase in listings has slowed, we're still at the very highest end of the range. We'll have to see how this develops. Here's a more in-depth look at all of the listings. I have them broken down by price segment. You can see that in the most active price segment, the $300,000 to $500,000 range, this week there are 211 homes for sale. Last week there were 216. The week before there were 211. The week before 207, and the week before that 204. Here we look at the median listing price per square foot, which this week is $262.30. This is the lowest price per square foot that we've seen since we started doing the show almost a year ago. This shows us the median time on the market for all listings. Currently 41 days is the median time. It does seem as if things are improving for the short term. It was taking a median 55 days for homes to leave the market at the beginning of the year. Here we look at new listings and pending home sales to get some perspective on the number of homes entering and leaving the market every week. This week there are 41 new listings and 42 homes went pending. This is the highest number of pending home sales that we've seen since end of August of last year. On this graph, the blue lines indicate new listings and the pending home sales are the orange bars. A more in-depth look at the new listings. There are 41 of them, as I said. They range in price from just under $245,000 to just under $850,000. In the most active price segment, $300,000 to $500,000 range. This week there were 19 new listings. Last week 20. The week before 19. The week before that 18. And the previous week 17. This is the median price per square foot on the homes that went pending over the last 7 days. $261.91. Hard to draw many inferences from this graph. We seem to be bouncing between $245 and $265 a square foot. Here we look at how long homes that went pending were on the market before going pending. 46.5 days, the median time for those homes. This is towards the higher end of the range. It doesn't seem as if the market is tightening up here yet. This shows us the price change from the original listing price for the homes that went pending over the last 7 days. The median change was a decrease of over 5.25% from the original listing price. We do seem to be holding steady in the 5% discount range. Here we look at how many homes have sold over the last 7-day period. Currently 24 homes. They ranged in price from $107,000 to $925,000. It seems quite common now to see less than 25 homes closing every 7 days. More detail on the homes that closed over the last 7 days in the $300,000 to $500,000 range. The last week saw 10 homes close. Previous week saw 21. Previous week 13. The week prior to that 16, and the week prior to that 9. Looking at the price per square foot paid on the homes that closed over the last 7 days, $244 a square foot, the number. This is not the lowest price per square foot that we've seen, but we do seem to be holding at the lower end of the recent range. Here we look at how long the homes that closed over the last 7 days were on the market before they were taken off the market. 26 days, the median time, well down from the 50 plus that we saw last week. Here's a brief summary to give you some idea as to how enthusiastic buyers are. Of the 24 homes that sold and closed over the last 7 days, 6 were on the market for less than 7 days, which is 25%, up slightly from the previous week's 24%. Of the 42 homes that went pending, 9 were on the market for less than 7 days, which is 21%, down markedly from the 29% last week. And listings that have been on the market for more than 100 days. Of the 352 listings, 75 have been on the market for more than 100 days, which is 21%, little change from what we saw last week. And the last two things we look at are what percentage of homes currently listed have decreased their asking price from the original listing price. 54.26% of all listings have reduced their asking price from the original listing price. This remains at the highest end of the range and well above the 42% that we saw 6-8 months ago. And finally, we have the percentage decrease, which is what is the median change from the original listing price for all listings. As of today, March 13th, 4.57% is the median decrease from the original listing price for all listings here in the Villages. So that concludes this week's look at the Villages real estate market. If you have any questions about life in the Villages, if you're interested in buying a home and getting a good deal, if you're interested in selling your home and are interested in what it might be worth, please reach out to me at DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. Hope to hear from you. Take care.